Okay, are we on? Hola a todos. Espero que estén bien. Bueno, ha sido mucho tiempo, ¿no? Desde que yo hice un video. Pero aquí estamos. It's been a while since I did a video, but here we are. Today, I want to cover ¿Dónde es? ¿Dónde está? ¿Dónde es? ¿Dónde está? I'm sure you're familiar with ¿Dónde está el baño? I'm sure of that. But there's also a few things that we use donde es for. And I'm going to go over that today. Let's see if I can share my screen. I have a document I want to share. Let's see if I can get a screen share on that. And this class is not going to be as long as the other ones. Unfortunately, I have a class scheduled at very soon from now. And I want to go ahead and get this out here, live view. Many of you have been asking as far as when will I be picking up live classes again. And I'm going to start picking up or doing the live classes once again every Saturday, 4:30 Eastern Standard Time. So stay tuned. Thank you. Let's see if I can get a screen share here for this document I have. If they give me that option. Maybe not. Okay. Anyways, let's see. So I'm just going to say here es donde está. Donde es donde está. Okay, so we're all familiar with donde está el baño, and that comes from the verb estar. Where is the bathroom, right? Okay, so let's look at the verb estar. Make sure we know how to conjugate that. Estar. Yo estoy. I'm not going to use the pronouns, but you say them. Practice them until you master them. Yo estoy, tú estás, él, ella, usted está, nosotros estamos, y ellos, ellas, ustedes están. Okay? Okay, so we use está because the bathroom is a thing. It's one thing, singular. Third person. Está baño, está libro, está el cachorro. Student of mine has a new cachorro. El cachorro. I'm not going to tell you what it is, but you look it up, do the study. Okay, awesome. All right, so, ¿dónde está el baño? Where is the bathroom? ¿Dónde está el libro? Where is the book? ¿Dónde está el restaurante? Okay, so physical things, we use está. ¿Dónde está tu hermano? ¿Dónde está tu hermana? Okay, now there's also something we have to look at, and this one is not ¿dónde está? But yes, it is. ¿Dónde es? ¿Dónde es? Are you familiar with that, my beginning students? You probably haven't come across that too much. ¿Dónde es? But when do we use ¿dónde es? Anybody know? When do we use ¿dónde es? Anybody care to comment? This is a new platform. I'm just going with the YouTube live. So I'm not sure if I'll be able to see your comments unless after the recording is taken session. Let me see something. Just bear with me here. Okay, all right. That's to edit settings. Okay, all right. That's the edit settings. All right. All right. So, ¿dónde es? We use ¿dónde es? When we talk about events. Eventos, los eventos. We use donde es when we talk about events. Events such as la boda, el matrimonio, no, la boda, la graduación y la recepción y la fiesta. Okay? La fiesta es un event. So we use donde es la fiesta, donde es la boda, donde es la graduación. We don't say donde está la graduación. No, 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 no. Make sure we understand. We use donde es when we talk about events. So I'm going to put a list of things here, and I want you to ask where they are located. Okay? Depending on if it's an event or if it's a physical thing. Let's see. Hermano, say. Sí, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. And one more thing. Okay, so there we have it. Tu hermano, la boda de Luisa y Miguel, la pelota, la graduación de tu hijo, la iglesia, el restaurante, la clase de inglés, la aula de matemáticas. Okay, so those things, form your question and ask where they are. Okay? So remember, with events, ¿dónde es? With physical things, ¿dónde está? We're all familiar with ¿dónde está el baño? I'm going to flip over to the document I have here, and I have a couple of exercise here. Let's see. And if you want to get this document, what you can do is you can email me a message and say you want this document. I'll send it out to you. It's free of charge. Okay. I'll post the email address here. Right, hopefully I did, yes. Yes, okay, good. So I'm going to go ahead and post these exercises. Let's see how many do we have here. Okay, so I'll post a few of them here, and you can go ahead and fill in the blank, okay? First one is facts. Okay. And you fill in the blank according to dónde es or dónde está, okay? Next one. So looks like you'll probably have to know what these things are. I'm not going to go ahead and tell you what everything means. It's just too easy. I want you to work on it, some of your own. And you just go ahead and build your vocabulary. Look it up. Make sure you're pronouncing things correctly so people can understand you. I have a situation where I'm currently here in Medellin, Colombia, and someone said they spoke English. Good, good. Sure, you can practice with me, no problem. And well, just to tell you, they tried it, and I'm a person who likes to encourage people instead of discourage people. And yeah, I didn't understand what they were saying. And I thought I spoke English, and I thought I was a native English speaker. But I didn't understand what they were saying. So pronunciation is very important so you can be understood and people can understand you. So don't make light of the correct pronunciation when learning a new language, okay? Okay. So here we are. Let's go ahead and I need to take off those numbers there. Okay, someone is saying, where is it? Where is what? Message says, where is? Right, okay, where is? Okay. All right. Now translating here, I want you to go ahead and fill in the blanks with the correct word. ¿Dónde es or dónde está? Okay. Difference between ¿dónde es, dónde está? ¿Dónde está? All right. Okay. So there you have it. Few sentences there for you to go ahead and fill them out. And like I said, send me a message to the email address, and I can go ahead and send you the entire document of ¿Dónde es, dónde está? Just put in the subject title, ¿Dónde es, dónde está? Okay? All right. Give you a couple of minutes there to go ahead and It's a new platform here, streaming live on YouTube. So I'm not familiar with the controls. I usually use StreamYard, but YouTube has a live platform streaming. So go ahead and use that. All right. Any questions in the meantime? Any questions? Let's see. Give you a couple of minutes to go ahead and answer those. And in the meantime, as you do that, let me explain something to you. A lot of people, they use one thing, Duolingo. Duolingo doesn't really get you to speak. It helps you build vocabulary, but you have to speak. In order for you to speak and communicate in the language, you have to use it from day one. I have a story I always tell. I heard I went to a Spanish speakers meetup, and someone said they're going to wait to build a bunch of vocabulary before they try to actually speak it. The problem with that is you build a bunch of vocabulary words, you don't have any context in which to use it in. You just have a bunch of words floating around in your head, and you don't have a concept or idea on how to complete thoughts. During the daytime, I teach English. I usually start 6:30 in the morning and it ends at 12:30 in the afternoon. And I always tell my English speaking students, the only way you're going to pass the test is if you speak with complete sentences and complete answers. If you get into a habit of answering questions with one word, that's all you're going to be able to do when it comes time for the test. And believe me, you don't want to go through 8 units and then have to repeat it because you did not build the skill. And my job as an instructor, as a teacher, is to let you know how to build the skill. So remember, you have to speak in complete sentences and speak from the beginning. Formulate complete thoughts from the beginning. Learn how. People use a lot of different techniques, but you got to remember, there's not only one way you can learn a language. You have to learn a language with different sources and resources. And that's what we're going to do in part 2 of the class today. We're going to look at a reading comprehension, okay? All right. Let's see here. All right, so that's the questions. Now, let's move on. I want to move on to reading comprehension. And this is going to be titled Un Pueblo Colonial. Un pueblo colonial. Un pueblo colonial. Okay, here we go. I'm going to do 2 voices. I'm going to do my reading voice and I'm going to do my speaking voice. I don't want you to start off learning to sound so mechanical when you learn a new language. I hear many people who learn a language and they sound so mechanical and they sound unoriginal. They speak without feeling and emotion. We all know that we speak with feeling and emotion when we speak a language naturally. So I want you to learn to speak with feeling and emotion when you're learning a new language. And yes, you can start from day one speaking with feeling and emotion when you learn a new language. Let me show you something real quick. Quick, easy example. I'm sure everybody's familiar with this phrase. I'm sure everybody's familiar with this phrase. I want you to pronounce that. I don't want you to say it. ¿Cómo está? ¿Cómo está? If you're asking someone how they are, be genuine. Hola, ¿cómo está? Put some feeling in it. Hey, ¿cómo está? Hola. Mucho tiempo desde que nos vemos. ¿Cómo está? Okay, put some feeling in it. Don't just say, ¿Cómo está? All right, so like I said, un pueblo colonial. First thing I'm going to do is I will read it in, I'd say, a regular reading voice. and make sure you know how to pronounce these words and everything like that. Then I'll say it in my speaking voice. But at the end, what I'll do is I'll have questions I want you to answer according to your comprehension and what you understood. I don't want you to look for something to read along. I want you to listen, and this video you'll be able to play it back. So if you need to play it back a few times, I want you to listen and get the comprehension of it. Okay? All right. Here we go now. First time reading voice. Un pueblo colonial. Estoy con unos amigos en Guanajuato, un pueblo colonial y antiguo, en el centro de México. Estamos aquí con los padres de Laura. Laura y yo somos estudiantes de español. La madre de ella es arqueóloga. El padre es político. Hay una escuela con clases de música, de guitarra, de baile, de historia. Es el verano. El clima es maravilloso y los mexicanos son muy simpáticos. Hay fiestas los viernes y los sábados. Hay muchas clases de lunes a viernes también y somos estudiantes serios. La madre de Laura está contenta porque hay unas ruinas de los Olmecas en el campo. El padre de ella está contento también porque el viaje es tranquilo y relajante. Estoy feliz en la casa de piedra, en las montañas. Hay música en la mañana, una comida en la tarde y conversación durante el día. Todo está bien. Okay, so that was my reading. Now, let's go ahead and I'm going to give you a little different take on it. This is going to be my speaking voice. And like I said, at the end, I'll give you some questions to answer. Okay? Estoy con unos amigos en Guanajuato, un pueblo colonial y antiguo en el centro de México. Estamos aquí con los padres de Laura. Laura y yo somos estudiantes serios del español. La madre de ella es arqueóloga y el padre es político. Hay una escuela con clases de música, de guitarra, de baile y historia. Es el verano. El clima es maravilloso. Los mexicanos son muy simpáticos. Hay fiestas los viernes, los sábados. Hay muchas clases lunes a viernes. También somos estudiantes serios. La madre de Laura está contenta porque hay ruinas de los Olmecas en el campo. El padre de ella está contento también porque el viaje es tranquilo y relajante. Estoy feliz en la casa de piedra en las montañas. Hay música, no hay música, hay música en la mañana, una comida en la tarde y la conversación durante el día. Todo está bien. Now, because this is not an original thing, I didn't write this. It was a little bit of pausing, and I had to do a little bit of looking down at the paper. But the difference is I put a little bit more feeling into some of the phrases. For example, if someone says, todo está bien, feeling, as opposed to todo está bien. Okay? If all is well, all is well. Todo está bien. Let's see what else. En el verano, el clima es maravilloso. Make your feelings really maravilloso. Okay. Los mexicanos son muy simpáticos. So when you read the words and you speak them, put feeling into it. All right? All right. So that was the reading. Now, let's see what you can remember. I'll send some questions I have for Un Pueblo Colonial. And remember to answer the questions in a complete answer. Don't just give one word answers. That does you no good for your improvement. All right. So, question number 1. Pueblo Colonial. ¿En cuál parte de México está Guanajuato? ¿En cuál parte de México está Guanajuato? Question number 2. Well, question number 2 and 3. ¿Cómo es Guanajuato? ¿Qué están? ¿Qué estudian los estudiantes? ¿Qué estudian los estudiantes? That's question number 3. ¿Qué estudian los estudiantes? Question number 4. No, that's not right. Trying to get a typo there. Pregunta número 4. ¿En qué se dedican los padres de Laura? ¿En qué se dedican los padres de Laura? Número 5. ¿Cuál es la estación del año y cómo es el clima? ¿Cuál es la estación del año y cómo es el clima? Pregunta número 6. ¿Cuáles son los días de fiestas? ¿Cuáles son los días de fiestas? Pregunta número 7. ¿Piensa usted que los estudiantes van a sacar buenas notas? ¿Sí o no? ¿Y por qué? ¿Piensa usted que los estudiantes van a sacar buenas notas? ¿Sí o no? ¿Y por qué? So don't only answer yes or no, but give a reason. La razón. Ok. ¿Qué les gustan los padres de Laura de Guanajuato? ¿Qué les gustan los padres de Laura de Guanajuato? Y pregunta número 9. Pregunta número 9. ¿Qué hay en la mañana y durante el día en Guanajuato? ¿Qué hay en la mañana y durante el día in Guanajuato? Okay, great. So there you have it. I said I have a class to prepare for later on. So this is not going to be a long session. As a matter of fact, all my lives are going to be more or less 30-minute sessions. No more than 40 minutes. I don't want to keep you in too long and give you time to ask questions. Si tiene preguntas. ¿Hay preguntas? Okay, so I'll give you a few minutes. I'll wait around for a few minutes. Por si acaso hay preguntas. Y yo voy a responder a las preguntas. Answer the questions and may have to play back the video and listen to it again. I'm not sure if you caught everything, but if you caught everything by listening to my reading the first time, that's excellent. I'll give you a few more minutes. I'll stick around and we'll look for any questions. Any questions? And again, in case you missed it earlier, you can email me a message and put dónde está, and I can give you the document exercise dónde es y dónde está. Okay? ¿Dónde es? ¿Dónde está? Not ¿dónde? That's too Englishy. Get rid of the Englishy when you speak Spanish. ¿Dónde? No, ¿dónde? Yeah, it has a little the sound, not d, not ¿dónde? But ¿dónde? ¿Dónde es? ¿Dónde está? Also, you should be practicing trilling your R's to become more of a authentic sound when speaking the language. I don't want to hear you saying things like rico. There is no r sound in Spanish. Rico, rico. Okay, no rico. It's not Puerto Rico. It's Puerto Rico. Okay, it's not Puerto Rico. Try working on your trilling your R's as well. Okay. All right. Like I said, this is a live YouTube chat, or live YouTube stream. Not sure if you can post questions in the live stream, but it's about that time for me to end this chat or end this stream. Thank you once again. Like I said, I'll be coming back Saturdays, 4:30. Right now, I'm on Eastern time. Here in Colombia, we don't change the time zone. I think that only happens in US and Canada. So right now I'm on Eastern time. When the time changes and you go ahead an hour, you'll be an hour ahead. We don't change time here. We're in the same time as Eastern time zone currently. So it is 5:10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's 5:10 p.m. here, Colombia time as well. Okay? All right. Well, looks like there are no questions being posted. I'll go ahead and end the stream. And again, thank you for tuning in, and I'll be coming back. All right? Email me or leave a comment in the video of any questions you have. Ok. Gracias a todos por ver el video y nos vemos.